Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second installment of 3Count with referee Lee Montgomery. I am referee Lee Montgomery, and we will be counting down 3 of my top favorite matches, of which I had the privilege to either attend or personally ref. Let me not fail to mention that we also will include my honorable mention. Starting in at number 1, we have, straight from 3CWE Presents, The Second Coming. We have the main event of that night, as Joker Jones takes on old school Johnny Hughes. Let's look at the action.
It is main event time. Joker Jones, led by Michael Ramone, the Puppet Master, and the other misfits. And look at Uncle Jekyll. He's just mocking the fans, mocking the Boxcar Brawler with that horseshoe. He used that to win. All of them are all painted up. As you said, they all look like vampires. It looks like some kind of satanic worship.
It looks like that they call themselves the Misfits, but they look like the Vampire Club to me. They look like freaks. I don't like them, and I hope Johnny wipes the floor with every one of them.
You know, this is a rematch from the finals of the 3CWE tournament between Johnny Hughes and Joker Jones. But, you know, I'm looking at it like this. Last time, that was 3-on-1, and Johnny Hughes barely got the job done. And now you add Levi Motionless to the mix. All of these men, they're making a mockery out of 3CWE. They're trying to win this championship. They have a greater goal. There's all of these symbols that the Puppet Master Michael Ramone posts online. He says that some of them were a message to Levi, and he heard the call. He's now a member of the Misfits. You know, there's something dark and something scary about these Misfits, and I just hope that Johnny Hughes can overcome tonight.
You know, I think that Johnny can overcome. I hope that God he overcomes. And as far as those hieroglyphics, I don't know how to pronounce it. They look like devil worshipper symbols to me. I'm getting all flustered.
You are definitely getting all flustered, but it's hard not to be Uncle Jekyll playing jokes with the Puppet Master, and you got to think that that's going to cost him.
He's got a vampire hood on.
He's trying
right
to compose himself. It looks like he's upset with Uncle Jekyll, but now he's mocking a child. Of all things, he's out there mocking a child. They're all out there mocking a child.
You know, why don't they just go ahead and steal candy from a baby while they're at it? Because they're harassing children.
Uncle Jekyll's looking like he's playing peekaboo. What are these misfits? This vampire club, as you call it. He's laughing.
Of course, he's a clown. He's an idiot.
He's a clown, but he's not a clown that I'd want at my birthday party, JP. They're just kind of disturbing as we await the arrival of our champion, old school Johnny Hughes.
And he's got that goat skull or something. Here comes the champ right here.
They're having to hold the Puppet Master back. It looks like he was pushed by a member of the crowd.
Oh, look, now they run.
He's running. Oh, he's trying to get away. He's crossing through the barricade. The Puppet Master, he's getting out of dodge. He's making sure that old school Johnny Hughes doesn't get around him. But what's he doing over there, JP?
You know, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably doing some kind of voodoo spell or some kind of devil worshiping stuff. I don't like that Puppet Master.
He handed that chair back to Joker Jones.
That's exactly what he was doing. He was looking for a weapon.
I did see Lee Montgomery. He threw it across the barricade. We thought he was just trying to get away. But now, it looks like Joker, he's putting that chair back under the ring. And the Puppet Master, he's making his way back to ringside.
You know, Johnny Hughes has got the Cincinnati Bengals t-shirt on right there. Maybe he could be like Joe Cool and throw us a touchdown tonight.
He might just do it. They're calling the Puppet Master a cheater. He's denying those claims, but we saw him bring that chair in. We know what he did earlier in the night by putting that horseshoe in, and we know that helped Uncle Jekyll get the win. I hope we don't see a repeat, and I hope we don't see Johnny Hughes fall victim to the dirty tactics of the Misfits, of this horrible group here in our main event.
Look at the clown. He's got the belt. What's that clown doing with the belt?
Uncle Jekyll definitely does not need that belt. And you know, for the betterment of the company, I hope Joker Jones doesn't win that belt, But old school Johnny Hughes, he's in this match. He's been training for this match and he's ready. He said that he's going to pull out an old school move that he's not hit in years. The bell rings and we're in for a lockup in the corner. 1, 2, he has to back off. Johnny Hughes, good man. That was a clean break.
And look, they're saying that he pulled his hair. He's balder than the cue ball.
Johnny needs to stay on him. He can't fall victim to these mind games. He can't fall victim to these tricks. Joker Jones, he is a master of tricks. You add the puppet master, you add all those misfits outside. He's got to be completely...
But the clown just pinched Lee's butt.
It looks like he did, and that's going to allow Joker to take over. You know, you already want to have eyes in the back of your head as a wrestler in case what happens. But what happens when you have one guy on the inside, 3 guys on the outside, and your championship's on the line?
You know, I feel bad for Johnny and Lee here because they all got to have eyes in the back of their head to watch all of these clowns and vampires and everything else. But Johnny giving him an old school. Well, but he got his eyes raked right there.
He's raking his eyes. He's keeping him down. This is a 4-on-1 assault. Even though the 3 guys on the outside of the ring don't seem to be getting involved yet, just their mere presence puts Johnny at a disadvantage.
Absolutely, Gooch. That's a huge distraction.
He's just draping him over the ropes. Oh, big shots. And Joker, he's sticking it to him. He's making it sure that if he stays on Johnny, he stays in his head, you know, he keeps going, he's going to win the title. Big, knees to the face. Johnny looks like he's out. And what's the Puppet Master doing? He's instructed Joker. He said, go again. And even the clown, he told him to go again.
What's he doing? Got him again
Knees
with the knees.
to the face again. And now he's getting the referee. Oh, they're choking him. He's making sure that they view him.
Yeah, look, there's clouds in his eyes.
He's in his eyes. This is a handicap match, JP.
He's
choking him with the kendo stick. Johnny Hughes is being beat senseless. Does Johnny Hughes have no friends? Is no one coming to the aid of Johnny Hughes as Joker Jones just runs rampant?
That was a chop right to the throat. I saw it.
Johnny Hughes, dinks his head off the corner. Johnny Hughes with some forearms. He's going to whip him into the corner. Corner to corner now. He's going for a big splash.
Stinger splash.
He nails it. He pushes Joker Jones now down. Is this the move that he talked about? He said he was going to break something out.
Drop kick.
Big drop kick from the middle rope.
Pin him, Johnny. Pin him.
Johnny's got to crawl over there. 1, 2. The 4-2 to Joker Jones. You know, we don't like him. We don't like the Misfits, but we got to say, Joker Jones, he's a heck of a competitor. He's a guy that you would want as champion if his methods were more savory.
You know, he keeps going right for those judo thrust chops right to the throat.
He definitely does, and now he's bouncing Johnny Hughes off the rope. And a single leg drop kick, paying back for that middle rope drop kick. And now it's Joker Jones going for the cover off a drop kick. 1, 2, and Johnny barely kicks out, but he's still in it. That's the heart of a champion. That's the old school fight.
You know, Johnny, you're going to have to kill Johnny to keep him down. He has got the heart of a champion. He's got the eye of the tiger. And I think he's going to turn it around just if these guys would stay out of his business.
The way that he's got in position, looking right at him, all 3 of them chanting, tap at Johnny Hughes. This has to put you, in a bad mental space, but he still has that old school butt whipping left to give, and he tosses him to the Misfits. Johnny Hughes, he says, back up if you don't want it. The referee tells him to back up. They tell him to back up.
You know, in my opinion,
that was a veteran move from Johnny Hughes there. He went against his better judgment. He wanted to go out there and attack, but that would have been 4-on-1 out there, JP.
You know, in my opinion, when he tossed Joker Jones out of the ring, he was taking out the trash.
They're giving him words of wisdom. They're helping him back up. And you know what? I think that Johnny may have had him if he was able to get him right back in the ring. Joker, he looks cooked.
You know, it does look like his goose is cooked. We got Johnny. He's on the outside. I don't know what Johnny's doing.
Well, that's Mrs. Hughes.
That is
Mrs. Hughes is getting in the face of Joker Jones. She's telling him to send the Misfits to the back and keep this one-on-one, keep this fair.
You know, Hughes.
The Misfits are getting involved. They say she has no right to be here.
Mrs. Hughes is the president of 3CWE. She's the president. She has every right to be here.
But she is not a licensed manager. She was not told to be here in the corner of this match. Oh, and it looks like Johnny is paying the price. He came to be at the aid. The Misfits are backing up, and it looks like he's just taking over. She knows she can't get involved because these Misfits, they will attack her. They have no qualms with attacking a woman, and with her tail between her legs, Mrs. Hughes has to just back up. But Johnny Hughes, he's gonna fight back. And the Misfits are trying to tell her, stay out of the way. She's crying to Johnny, telling him,
what is the count? What's the referee's count?
What's the referee's count? The referee called for the bell.
I think he called for the bell. I think it's over.
I think the Misfits distracted him. What's Uncle Jekyll doing? Oh, and he digs him with the horseshoe.
He got him with the horseshoe, and there Levi is with his stick.
His kendo stick, he's stomping the referee, he's getting him out of the ring. He told him to just go. Joker Jones has got a chair on the outside. The Misfits have just taken over. Johnny's wife, while the countout was pleading, she told Johnny to just stay down. She knows how dangerous the Misfits are. We all know how dangerous the Misfits are.
They need to be fined. That clown needs to be fined. There should be ramifications.
He's taking the referee, he's biting the referee all the way to the back. And what are Joker Jones and Levi Motionless doing at the instructions of the Puppet Master? Oh, they're going to Pillmanize his neck. They're going after his neck. They're going for the neck of Johnny Hughes. This might be the end of Old School. Here comes referee Austin Williams. He's coming to try to restore order. This match is over. Here comes Skylar Douglas. The American Giant is here. They're coming to save Johnny Hughes. Johnny's out. He is out, JP.
We got the tag team champions, the world tag team champions,
and the 3CWE champion. They're all in the ring. They're fighting off the Misfits. It seems the Puppet Masters thought better to leave the war today, to leave the battle to win the war. They're heading out.
Well, it looks like that the Giant is calling out Levi Motionless right there.
It does indeed. They're trying to make sure Johnny gets back to his feet. It looks like, the referee did restore order, and we're ending this match with this brutal attack, but it looks like Johnny is going to be able to leave of his own volition.
It does. He's got the eye of the tiger, the heart of the champion, and it looks like he's getting to his feet. Thank God my friend Johnny Hughes is on his feet, and these Misfits are kept at bay.
He's getting his hand raised, but this was a double countout. The distraction, this isn't over between Joker Jones and Johnny Hughes. We're going to have to at least see one more match between those two. And the Puppet Master, they're jaw-jacking of some sort. I think the Giant just laid out a challenge.
Did he just say War Games?
I think I just heard a mention of War Games, and that seemed to have perked Johnny Hughes up. Johnny Hughes is now walking over. Let's see what's going to happen here as we're about to go off air. We don't have much time left.
What? Did Ramon say, that there will be War Games?
I think he said it. Let's wait just a second. Let's see if we get the combination. Joker Jones said it too. Everybody's saying it. What's Ramon saying?
War Games, I heard it. It said War Games. He said War Games.
He said, your team versus my team. War Games. But ladies and gentlemen, for JP Collins, I am Tony the Gooch Spicoli. We'll see you very soon in 2025 for the next event in 3CWE. But that's all the time we got, fans. You accept? Well then, you heard it here first. Team Ramon, Team Hughes, War Games.
Did I fail to mention that was for the heavyweight championship? Oops. I think I did. Wasn't that an amazing match, ladies and gentlemen? Although it didn't reach number 1 on my top 3 countdown, I've got to say, even though it was a main event, I personally made some mistakes in that match. That's why it dropped to number 1. Coming in at number 2, we have the women's match for the championship title. We have Lexi Green as she goes one-on-one with
I said,
Mercy.
JP, that we had a lot more action.
we've
And a lot more action with a Tri-States champion and what I would call a Match of the Year contender. We've crowned the EWF Pure Champion tonight. We've crowned Tag Team Champions tonight. But the co-main event is for the women. And we here at 3CWE, we are ready to break out and showcase the women tonight. On the way to the ring right now, you see, she calls herself the perfect specimen. This is Mercy. You know, originally this is supposed to be a three-way dance. We alluded to it earlier. It was supposed to be Lexi Green versus Mercy versus Mickey Knuckles. Due to illness, tonight it's only Mercy versus Lexi Green. Both these women are going to have to step up their game to become the first ever 3CWE Women's Champion.
Now, is her name Mercy because she shows no mercy, or is she Mercy because the Lord have mercy? I don't know. She looks like she's got a bad attitude.
It could be either, it could be or, as Lexi Green is starting to make her way to the ring. And again, this is a match that the team at 3CWE, we want to make sure that to make this happen, as we feel that there's not enough women's matches taking place at the arena. We wanted to make sure to go ahead on our second show, crown a women's champion, and this only be the start of women's action in 3CWE.
You know, we got some fresh faces here with these two lovely women, and I can't wait to see this hot wrestling action.
And these are two of the best on the scene. You have Lexi Green, who plays the Eric Draven role in this match as the vet of the match, and Mercy, the more up-and-comer, who's not been around as long as Lexi. And, you know, both people are hungry. Both people want to win this match. And what a great match it's going to be. I think it's a perfect way. I think we, you know, even if we weren't able to have Mickey Knuckles tonight, I think Lexi Green versus Mercy is a perfect way to start our showcasing of women in 3CWE.
You know, Gooch, I think that my cousin AJ used to have a He-Man, a Masters of the Universe action figure that looked like Lexi Green there. She's got some kind of crown. She looks like a Masters of the Universe character right there.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The crowd seems to absolutely adore Lexi Green as she's stopping by every side of the ring, saying hi to everybody. She's kind of drawing out. Do you think that this is a mental strategy here to kind of psych out Mercy, who the crowd doesn't seem to be very into and very behind on the opposition? You know, somebody very close to Mercy, maybe even dynamic pair with Mercy. Nick Depp earlier tonight, he had the crowd behind him. Mercy not having that, doesn't have Nick out here, much like she wasn't out there for him earlier in the night. We wanted to keep the sanctity of these matches. Is that psyching Mercy out, do you think?
You know, Mercy looks like she's got ice water running through her veins. She's powdering out the ring right there. Lee Montgomery, our referee, he's got the lovely women's title. And I just can't wait to see this match.
Lexi Green holding up that title, letting Mercy know, maybe playing more head games, saying, I'm going to be the first ever 3CWE Women's Champion. But she doesn't seem phased. You know, with the dynamic switches, with all the oddness and curiosity surrounding her and Nick Depp with the role reversals tonight, you would think that would psych somebody out. But like you said, ice water in the veins, she looks like she's ready to maul Lexi Green and join Nick as both people winning championships tonight.
She's calling her a chicken. I think she's telling her to get in the ring right now, but I think that this is strategy on Mercy's part, kind of getting in the head of Lexi Green.
Of course, Fisher Lee Montgomery checking Lexi Green. He's telling Mercy she's been checked. She needs to get in the ring. We need to get this contest underway. Oh, now playing more mind games with maybe even poor Lee Montgomery as well.
You know, Lee Montgomery, he's a professional through and through, and I hope that he does a better job than that Austin calling this match and paying attention, because we've had quite a bit of shenanigans tonight.
We have had a little bit of shenanigans. I don't too much blame Austin. He's a good referee. He's a good kid. But like you said, this is our senior official, so you would expect him to be held to a higher standard as the bell rings. Now, you might have saw there our 3CWE champion, Johnny Hughes. He came and retrieved that belt to take it back to the bell table because he wanted a front row seat. He, just like us, wanted to see how the women fared in 3CWE as we get a lockup, throws her off. Mercy just goes down. I think Lexi is in the head of Mercy.
That's the power of Lexi Green. She's flexing her muscles right there. She outpowered her right there.
But Mercy, she's just able to just shake it off.
Gooch, I don't understand. I'm a bald man myself. I don't see how these women have all this long hair and it don't get pulled in the course of a wrestling match.
Sometimes it does. That's what the referee is there to administer a 5 count as she's shoved back in the corner. Again, the strength of Lexi Green, and she's just taunting to the crowd.
I think she might be trying to psych Mercy out. She kind of looks a little flustered.
She most definitely looks flustered, but again, I've mentioned all the changes on the night. This was originally supposed to be a triple threat, originally supposed to accompany Nick Dick to the ring. Nick was supposed to accompany her to the ring, big clothesline. I think Mercy is rattled. On any other given night, would we have seen this flusteredness and having to pout around, as you say, from Mercy?
Mercy's going out. Maybe she's thinking of some words of wisdom. I don't know who gives her the words of wisdom. Could be the puppet master. Could be somebody else. But she's taking a breather, and Lexi's taking a breather too.
Lexi is taking a breather. She's allowing herself to set this pace because she's in the head of Mercy. This pace is all Lexi Green. Big arm drag. Down goes Mercy again.
But that's a veteran move by Mercy. She slides out of the ring. That way she don't get caught in a pinfall.
I don't think this is a situation like Uncle Jekyll versus the Boxcar Brawler earlier in the night where it didn't look like Uncle Jekyll could beat the Boxcar Brawler in a straight fight. It looks like this is mostly circumstantial. Mercy needs to get out of her own head and take it to Lexi Green as she takes her down. Again, she's going for that arm. It looks like she's targeting that in this matchup.
She's in trouble right now. She needs to try to get out of this, or this could separate a shoulder.
It definitely could. She needs to try to get to the ropes, get out of that any way possible. Oh! She's backed right up to the corner. Lexi is just taking it to Mercy. There's being in an opponent's head, and there's being in an opponent's head so deep. Has Mercy even gotten off any offense thus yet? Oh, and I spoke too soon! Maybe she was lying in wait?
I hope she don't want to go dancing later because she has shattered her knee.
Very much looks like that. Mercy is taking over, and we've told several people you have to stay on them. If you want to win the match, you got to stay on them. But you also got to avoid that referee's count. Mercy's telling official Lee Montgomery, I've got till 5, and that's true.
She's in the hair. She's got it. She's been choking her. She's in the hair. There's some shenanigans going on.
I think in Mercy's mind, this is what you have to do to win. And of course, in these championship matches, official Lee Montgomery, he's got referee's discretion. Sometimes the counts might last a little longer. He wants to make sure these matches have a decisive win.
She's choking her right there with her big old leg there.
Lee Montgomery, he was counting again. He warned her. He has got to stay on this count. Big bulldog. Down goes Lexi Green. I probably shouldn't have counted Mercy out because there's a kick out. But she has been on top since I tried to count her out.
Mercy reminds me of Nick Delp, where they're young, but they wrestle like veterans.
They do. You can tell that in their training camp together, they have cultivated such a unique style that both of them go for. They've got that heart, they've got that fire that even when the crowd isn't behind them, oh, and a big hip attack and a stick face, JP.
And a cartwheel. That's like Leaping Lanny Poffo's cartwheel.
She is all over Lexi Green. But again, those two, even if the crowd is behind them or not, it's like they have a fire in them. I mean, no comparisons to the red hair of Mercy, but, the fire burns in both of them.
That's true. They both red-headed. They look like they might be, they got feisty. They're firecrackers.
Indeed, and we got a short arm clothesline. 1, 2, and Lexi kicks out. I mean, that is my bad. Mercy kicks out from that short arm clothesline to Lexi. Lexi blows the crowd a kiss. Lexi is ready to use those veteran instincts to take right back over, but Mercy's not going to allow it. Again, she's a firecracker. She's got that fire inside her. We saw earlier tonight the other half of that duo, Nick Depp, used that fire to win a championship. Can we see that from Mercy? It looks like she's got Lexi completely out of her head, and she has title aspirations.
You know, Gooch, I don't know if you caught that, but she has been laying those forearms right into Lexi's ear. If you hurt the ear, you throw off your balance, and I think that's the strategy right there for Mercy.
Yeah, Lexi having to reverse that, having to give her chops. If you throw that off that equilibrium, you lose your balance. Certain things like suplexes, anytime that you might have to flip in a match, you get vertigo. And, with that vertigo, there's not much that you can do. Even that lift there and that Samoan drop, we go for a pin. 1, 2, Mercy kicks out. But as I was saying, that could have affected that and made that move a little bit more slow. Not as much pop back with that Samoan drop or anything.
There she goes to the hair again, Gooch. I'm telling you, this Mercy don't count her out.
And another forearm right to that ear and more kicks to the gut. Lee Montgomery, he's trying to keep her out of the corner. She's backing up.
There she goes right back to the ear again. See, Lee has to get her out of the corner.
He does indeed. He paused that count, that referee's discretion. He was in there warning them. And she dodges it again. Again, Lexi Green is firmly out of the head of Mercy. The fire has taken over those championship aspirations. Oh, she trips her. They call it the commentator's curse, JP.
It's true, and what's Lexi doing? Big running knee right there.
That was the move that allowed Mercy to take over. Lexi Green looking to get firmly back in control. My apologies to Mercy with the commentator's curse. Big forearm from Lexi Green after that. Dodged, side kick and a clothesline.
Lexi is taking over, big back elbow. I think that Mercy's on the ropes right now.
She definitely has to come back in it. Big splits and a thrusting side kick. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Mercy with that barely kick out. Now, it was in the triple threat that we saw earlier that we saw something like that from Nick Depp where he had that barely kick out and he came back to win. Is this the point in the match where we see, oh!
That's the face buster like an X Factor.
She's going for the cover. We saw 1, 2. We saw Nick Depp come back to win after that weak kick out. And we saw that he had to get that determination. It looks like Mercy now has that determination. Do you think we see a repeat of earlier tonight? Do you think that we see Mercy use that fire to come back and beat Lexi Green?
Gooch, I don't know either one of these women deserve to be champion right now, but what's Lexi doing?
Looks like she's going for a big pedigree. That might be it. Nobody kicks out of the pedigree, JP. 1, 2, 3.
Lexi wins! Lexi wins!
Lexi Green is taking home the championship. I think she used just a little bit of that inexperience. Just that moment there where she took Mercy and took that moment where she got in her head when she hit that X Factor and she wasn't able to capitalize with that pin. And now Lexi Green starts the 3CWE Women's Revolution as the first ever 3CWE Women's Champion. And I couldn't think of a better champion to start us out, JP.
Were those women fierce or what? Now here we have it, folks. Coming in at number 1, an epic 3-way elimination match between Eric Draven, Levi Motionless, and Nick Depp. Let's check it out.
As we were showing the highlights from the Pure Championship match from our friends over at EWF between Charlie Key and Skylar Douglas, we were letting the competitors for this 3CWE Tri-States Championship 3-way dance make their way to the ring, and it looks like we're starting things off hot and heavy now. JP, I got to tell you a little bit of story about this match. This was originally supposed to be Eric Draven going one-on-one with Levi Motionless. However, Nick Depp, he was also supposed to face AZK later for the Tri-States Championship, which is this match now. Due to illness, AZK, Mickey Knuckles, were unable to appear tonight. So, we're getting this. The women tonight will compete in a one-on-one match, and these 3 men will dance the 3-way dance. And unlike a triple threat, it's elimination style. So let's get things under the way, JP, as the bell rings.
You know, Gooch, we've got a couple new faces in the ring. You know how I feel about that Levi Motionless. I really like this Nick Depp kid. And Eric Draven's a vet all the way through.
We just saw an assist, unintentional assist, from Eric Draven to Nick Depp as a DDT clothesline combo takes down Levi Motionless, who is out of the ring now. And let's see what Eric Draven and Nick Depp can get up to. Nick Depp, he's really fiery in this match, JP.
You know, Eric Draven, he's cool, calm, and collected. He knows he's got years of experience, and you gotta watch him.
You definitely do. You have to watch any vet in this ring because they're going to do what it takes to win. And we're seeing that, locking up the good old proper way, going right at it. Levi Motionless, he's taking a step back. He's letting these two go at it. Oh! Nick Depp goes flying out of that lockup from Eric Draven.
You know, Eric Draven's in phenomenal shape, and he showed his power right there.
Exactly. But Nick Depp, he's fiery here. He's letting the crowd get behind him. He showed up to win a title. He had to change his whole strategy. Normally when Nick Depp shows up to the arena, the fans aren't on Nick Depp's side. But whenever you got Eric Draven and Levi Motionless out there, it's hard to not be behind a fiery guy like Nick Depp. As we go for another lockup, duck under again. Can we see a big clothesline? No! Big spin kick.
That was a spinning wheel kick just like Savio Vega back in the day in WWF.
He's trying to hype up the crowd, but Levi Motionless sneaks back in with a big poke to the eye. And, that's something that he's going to have to be aware of in this match. Levi and Eric Draven, they got a teacher-student relationship. That was what their match was about tonight. So you would think that whenever they're not going one-on-one, they're going to go with each other after Nick Depp. And we're seeing that now as Eric Draven uses that veteran instinct to kind of let off the gas a little bit, let himself rest up, and let Levi go after Nick.
I don't really like Anaconda legs, but he's tough as a box of nails because they exchanging these forearms and a big suplex right there from Levi Motionless.
We got 1 and a 2-0 kick out. Again, very fiery is Nick Depp, but Eric Draven comes back in with a big kick. Levi Motionless appears to back off, but Eric Draven calls him back. The teacher calls his student back, and it looks like, as you would say, the fix is in. These two are choking out Nick Depp. The referee's count, but there's not much he can do about it. Triple threats are no DQ.
You mean it's a no DQ match?
That's right. It is a no DQ in a three-way dance. And, three-way dances, again, unlike traditional triple threat matches, these are elimination matches. Big splash. Nick Depp is going at it. Big clothesline and bulldog combo.
Stay on him, kid. Go for the pin. Levi is down.
He is down. Nick Depp, he's trying to hype up that crowd. This is a different feeling for Nick Depp. You got to think it's a little odd, and you got to think maybe with that forearm to Eric Draven and another forearm to Levi Motionless, maybe that's why he's using this newfound admiration in this match. Oh, he sends Levi Motionless into Nick Depp, and he's going for a big roll-up. Can he get it?
There you go, kid.
Eric Draven isn't going to let that happen. Again, the teacher-student relationship, it was going to be used to Eric Draven's advantage to take the win from Levi, but now he's using it to his advantage for Levi to help him because of that mentor status.
Okay. Oh, Anaconda legs has got him. He's working on his legs, and what's he doing? Looks like he's going to split him his uprights.
He called Eric Draven over. Oh, and they just pull his legs apart. What a devastating sight.
My cousin AJ calls that the wishbone because you split it on Thanksgiving Day.
That certainly is something as they just continue the stomps and the handshake. They're letting you know. They're not making any bones about it. No pun intended to the wishbone analogy. But Nick Depp, he's fighting back again. He's not going to let these two, they're not going to overtake him. And of course, Eric Draven, big snapmare there. He's going to sit back and he's going to watch this because he knows that these two will tear each other apart and he can pick apart the pieces.
He's going up top. I think he needs to stay on him. What's the Depp do? He's dropping the strap like Jerry Lawler.
Oh, but he's caught. It looks like he was going for a big clothesline and a big Uranagi. I think that's it. I think Nick Depp is down. What's Eric Draven doing? He pulled Levi off. Shoot across the ropes to the middle of the ring. Oh, big powerbomb maneuver. 1, 2, 3.
It looks like Eric Draven was down with D'Lo Brown because I think that was the low down or the sky high or whatever he called it.
And he's making fun of Nick Depp. Levi Motionless has been eliminated, but this match continues as Eric Draven and Nick Depp. But, I don't think that was smart on Eric Draven. He should have allowed Levi to eliminate Nick Depp, and then he could have taken advantage of that mentorship, used his experience, and beaten Levi if he knew he already had him down.
You know, Eric Draven, he is the vet, and I do believe he knows what he's doing. Big discus clothesline like the Von Erichs. I think he's toying with his food right now.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder, as we go into a pin here, 1, 2, and he kicks out. But you gotta wonder for Nick Depp, was that 3 count on Levi motionless? Did that wake up something in Nick Depp? Because you gotta think that whenever you normally hear a 3 count in a match, that means you lost. So, in his eyes, does he think that he's already lost this match? Has he already counted himself out? Is he more hungry to win? Or has the Saki set in? Oh! And a big rope-hung leg lariat.
The Double J, that was the Double J strut right there. Now what's Eric Draven going to follow this up with?
Eric Draven taking no time with that big elbow drop, with a cocky pin. He knows that he's just systematically picking apart Nick Depp. He knows he doesn't really have to rush the moves. He can be a little cocky. Because like I said, maybe he's already in Nick Depp's head. You know, some people would see it as a way to fire up, come back, and get the win. But maybe in Nick Depp's head, he's already lost with that 3 count.
That's a low blow right there. The referee wasn't looking, and he just dropped that elbow right on his crotch.
He did. He's taking advantage. He knows all the rules. You know, despite all of this, despite the treacherous acts, I would say so far this has been one of the best matches I've ever called.
This is one of the best live matches I have ever had the privilege of watching, and it looks like Eric Draven, he's dropping the straps.
He's taking his own straps down now, and he's using them to
choke
Nick Depp. Come on, Nick. Kids, you gotta let the fire build up inside. This match isn't over. It's an elimination match. You can still come back. You can pin Eric Draven. He pinned Levi. So, you know, one would think if he pins Eric Draven, he beat Levi too.
Going for the big stinger. Oh, he ate a boot.
The big boot pops up, and it looks like, oh, he's got him. Oh, big T-bone suplex from Eric Draven, and down goes Nick Depp again. You gotta wonder, even if he fires up, how much is left in the tank for the kid that didn't even expect this to be his match tonight?
You know, he's in a bad way. Eric Draven, he looks like he might be moments away from being the first ever Tri-States champion, and he's going for the pin.
And just barely a kick out. Nick Depp is still alive. The crowd is still very much behind him. They are willing him on. They want to see Nick Depp overcome. They want to see him overcome the odds of Eric Draven tonight. And these powerful punches, they've got Nick Depp rocked. But he's not going to take it.
It looks like he's hulking up.
He's firing up for sure. Oh, he's taking that strap back down. Eric Draven's going for those punches. But he's just shaking it off. He says, give me more.
I think Eric Draven might be, it looks like he's
trying to get the crowd behind him. Eric Draven is rattled. Oh, and a big slap. They are trading shots. Down goes Draven. Big shot. Down goes Draven again. Stay on him, Nick. Keep that power. Keep that hunger, kid. Down for the third time he goes. Sorry to cut you off, JP's. He's trying to get the crowd behind him.
He needs to pin him. He needs to get him down and go for the pin. I think it's time.
I think it's time, too. He's going for something. Could he be going for the finish? Oh, big detonation kick. It's reversed. Coming off the rope. Oh, big knee trembler from Eric Draven. That's got to be it, I think. I think the heart has given out. Nick Depp's, his fire has been extinguished. We're going for the pin here. That's it.
1, 2.
Oh!
He kicked out.
He kicked out. What a massive kick out.
I think that Eric Draven needs to stay on him. He's got him down and he's got him hurt. Clearly hurt. He needs to stay on him instead of jaw-jacking with that referee.
He's getting there. He put his hands on the referee here in 3CWE. If you lay your hands on an official, they have their right to lay their hands on you. And he's invoking that rule. Oh, and a stunner on Eric Draven. Is this the shot that Nick Depp needs? He's coming to. The referee says, respect the stripes.
That's right. Referee Austin 316 said, I just stunned you.
And that he did. He's trying to get Nick Depp too. I think that even in the referee's heart, he wants to see Nick Depp make a fiery comeback and become the first ever 3CWE Tri-States champion.
Nick's got him right by the hair of the head. Bring him. There he goes to the throat.
But he's cut him off again, and just like that, we are back with Eric Draven dominating Nick Depp. You know, this match has been 75% Draven. Big shots on the corner. Oh, and he dodged it. That could have taken out the hand. The hand could have been out of play, and he's been doing some big strikes in this match.
Well, that right there.
Over the barricade.
Him slapping that pole, that is going to hurt his bowling game for sure if he's a bowler.
Nick Depp needs to stay on him. He threw him out over the barricade into those chairs. And now he's got him back in the ring. He needs to stay on him. He needs to secure that 3 count. Once again, trying to get the fans behind him.
You know, the time is right. He needs to put the kill shot in right now.
If he's got that killer instinct, he will. Goes for the big flying fist. Much like the previously mentioned Jerry the King Lawler. Is that it? Will that put Eric Draven on 1, 2. Oh, and that's still not it. Eric Draven still has that fight inside him. That's the veteran instinct. You would think that if that was a younger competitor, perhaps even Levi Motionless earlier in the match, that would have won it for Nick Depp.
You know, Eric still got gas in the tank, and he don't count him out yet. Nick needs to stay on him.
He needs to stay on him. He bounces him off the ropes. Bounce him off the ropes again. Duck down. Big drop kick. Down goes Depp.
Pin him. Eric Draven needs to pin him. I don't know if he's out of breath, but this is hot wrestling action.
It really is. This, again, one of the best matches I've ever called in a 1, 2, and just barely that shoulder comes up. And this is the action that you get in 3CWE and nowhere else. Nobody's doing it like this three-way dance is doing it right now. As Eric Draven goes back to the corner, going for the big splash. Oh, posts him in the corner, does Nick Depp. Come on, Nick, stay on him. Stay on him. He's got him up on his shoulders as he's going once again for that big detonation kick. And he lands it. He lands it, JP.
Come on, kid.
1, 2, 3. Nick does it. Nick Depp is your 3CWE Tri-States champion, the first ever champion.
You know, Gooch, I am so excited to say that we have got a kid like Nick Depp as a champion here in 3CWE.
What a match. What a contest. All three of these men should be proud. This is a match of the year at the Arena Contender.
Oh, by far, definitely. Nick Depp, Eric Draven, and even that Anaconda leg Levi Motionless, they have tore the house down tonight. And congratulations to Nick Depp.
Oh, what's Eric Draven doing here?
What's he?
He's putting the hand out. Has he earned the respect of Eric Draven? And he shakes the hand, the show of respect. He's even getting in with the Nick chants. Shake the hand. After a triple threat like that, it is hard not to respect all of your opponents. And this was only our third match of the night, JP. What can you say? What a match. But as Nick Depp bows to the crowd, we've got to roll on.
Now that's a match I would love to watch again and again, and I probably will. It was great. It was at number 1, you know? So, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it again. And here we go, folks. My honorable mention. The honorable mention goes to the American Giant, Buck Bresner, as he was set to face off against Zordon from Kazakhstan. And ladies and gentlemen, this match had a twist at the end, ending up with some tag team titles on the line. But you can find that match at 3CWE's YouTube channel. It's all there. 3CWE presents The Second Coming. And folks, that concludes this episode of 3Count with referee Lee Montgomery.